Hello, everybody. Kurt Risch here, and thank you for joining me on One Shepherd. So, today we are continuing with our New Testament reading of the book of Colossians, chapter 3. Quickly, before we dive in, though, we know that if you are watching this, there's a pretty good chance you're not one of our subscribers. So, please take a quick moment and hit the subscribe button below. All right, let's go ahead and get started. If then you were raised with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ is sitting at the right hand of God. Set your mind on the things above, not on the things on the earth. For you died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is our life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Therefore put to death your members which are on the earth: fornication, uncleanness, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Because of these things, the wrath of God is coming upon the sons of disobedience, in which you yourselves once walked when you lived in them. But now you yourselves are to put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language out of your mouth. Do not lie to one another, since you have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, who is renewed in knowledge, according to the image of him who created him, where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcised nor uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave nor free, but Christ is all and in all. Therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, long-suffering, bearing with one another, and forgiving one another. If anyone has a complaint against another, even as Christ forgave you, so you also must do. But above all these things, put on love, which is the bond of perfection. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to which also you were called in one body. And be thankful. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord. And whatever you do, do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. We have a word study here, guys. The word is peace. The Greek word is eirene, and it is Strong's Concordance number 1515. We see here the Greek term eirene has a variety of meanings, including unity, tranquility, and concord, and responds to the Hebrew word shalom, which primarily means wholeness. In the New Testament, the Greek word is used for a harmonious relationship between people, the order produced by a ruling government, and the reconciliation between God and a person through the saving work of Christ. In 3:15, Paul encourages the believers to let the peace of God rule in their hearts. The Greek word for rule means to act as umpire or to arbitrate. The peace of God should act as our umpire when anger, envy, and other such passions arise in our hearts. Wives, continuing with verse 18. Wives, submit to your own husbands, as is fitting in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives, and do not be bitter toward them. Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well-pleasing to the Lord. Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged. Bondservants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in sincerity of heart, fearing God. And whatever you do, do it heartily as the Lord and not to men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ. But he who does wrong will be repaid for what he has done, and there is no partiality. Guys, that's it for our reading of the New Testament book of Colossians, chapter 3. Thanks so much for joining us. May you have a great day, and God bless.